A dark force wants to take a little girl to the other side. Who summoned this entity? Don't miss it. The psychics will uncover an unbelievable family secret. This is the project of real and astonishing stories. Psychic Investigations. Here, people who call themselves clairvoyants investigate twisted criminal cases and unbelievable supernatural anomalies. Ukraine, the Kiev region. Tetiana Kravtsova, a civil servant, lives here, successful, beautiful, and seemingly happy. She has a husband, a son named Timofey, and a little daughter, Varya. But in a flash, her bright and cloudless world was turned upside down. It happened 1 year ago.
Everything collapsed when my mom died.
Tetiana's mother, Olena, was only 50. She died of a pulmonary hemorrhage.
One of the blood vessels in her lungs burst, which caused a hemorrhage. The massive blood loss led to cardiac arrest.
Olena's sudden death was a true tragedy for Tetiana, especially because she didn't even get to say goodbye. There was no one to leave her newborn daughter Varya with.
I was breastfeeding at the time. There was no one to leave her with. I didn't make it. I didn't get to talk to her or say goodbye. I didn't even get to kiss her.
Tetiana hadn't even recovered from the terrible loss when she almost lost her daughter. The baby was only 9 months old.
For some unknown reason, she suddenly started suffocating. I was shaking her, trying to remember every bit of first aid I knew. She was turning blue. I grabbed her and ran to the neighbors. I rushed out, shook her hard, and then she finally started breathing again and crying.
Doctors ran tests at the hospital, and everything came back normal. Varya was perfectly healthy, but the next night, something unbelievable happened. The baby woke up crying. Tetiana went to soothe her and froze in terror. Someone was standing by the crib.
It was dark, just a shadow. I looked, and just like that, a shadow darted across the room.
The woman is convinced her late mother's spirit is visiting the child, offended that her daughter didn't say goodbye. As right after that shadow appeared in the nursery, Tetiana saw her mother in a dream.
She looked so sad, so distant. I could feel she was upset with me about something.
Tetiana has no doubt her mother's spirit wants to take her granddaughter to the other side. The dark shadow kept returning again and again. So without hesitation, the woman reached out to the psychics.
My life was perfect. Perfect family. Perfect path. And then, in an instant, everything cracked.
Coming to her aid are psychics Elmira Derbentseva and Anna Galliers.
The vision is disturbing. A dark room, nighttime, lit by many burning candles. In the darkness, I see a doll in a woman's hands. She's whispering something over it and performing a ritual. And what's even more terrifying, I see that same doll in the child's hands.
I had a very strange vision. It's like I'm walking down a dark street and suddenly I come across a woman. She's dead. Then someone grabs my hand. I turn, and it's a child. I glance back, and the woman is gone. There's only the little girl. Very strange.
The clairvoyants head to meet the child's mother.
Hello.
Serhi is away on business. He works as a department head in a business center.
Hi there.
She won't go to anyone but her mother.
I can feel a strange shield around the child. It's not letting me near her. It actually burns my hands.
My first impression is that the child is surrounded by the energy of the dead, and there's a woman involved in this.
So Tetiana was right. Could her mother's spirit really be coming for Varya?
There's a strange energy around the child. Some kind of force is flying around the room at incredible speed. You know, I get the sense that the power threatening the child was activated even before she was born.
I had constant threats of miscarriage. We managed to keep the pregnancy only thanks to medication right up until the end.
I clearly felt that the cause of what's happening to the child is a woman. But I didn't feel like Tetiana's mother wanted to harm her granddaughter. It felt more like she was trying to protect her, but she can't do it. Tetiana. I'm seeing something. A candle flame and a woman. She's holding something.
A woman is holding a doll and whispering something. It's a spell. And that doll was in your daughter's hands. That's terrifying. Could someone have cursed her toy?
Even before this investigation began, I had a vision just like this.
Now I'm seeing your mother making dolls with her own hands, more than one. Varya's grandmother made dolls by hand. And a ritual was performed on one of them. Does this mean Olena was using those dolls to kill people? But why would her own granddaughter be a target?
Tetiana's mother was a seamstress by profession. She sewed children's costumes, embroidered pictures, and crafted toys.
I never really thought about my mom's dolls that way. I mean, I never imagined they could carry any kind of energy.
Wood, beams, a cafe. That's the image coming through.
There is a cafe in our family.
This cafe was opened 10 years ago by Tetiana's mother. Now Tetiana's younger sister, Irina, runs it.
The doll used in the ritual. Is it in the cafe? You've got a collection there, right?
Indeed, in one of the cafe's rooms, Varya's grandmother assembled a collection of carnival costumes, paintings, and many dolls.
She collected every single doll. Some she found almost in dumpsters. Then she'd sew new outfits, repaint the eyes, fix noses, whatever was needed.
We need to go to that cafe.
The moment Varya walked in, I felt a gust of wind rush past us.
Almost as if to confirm the psychic's words that someone or something else was in the room, little Varya suddenly pointed to one of the corners. But nothing was there. The strangest part? This wasn't the first time she'd done that. Could she really be seeing something? Perhaps the same thing the clairvoyance sense?
Varya would point at the wall, for example. She laughed, smiled, talked. We all just thought it was a childish play, nothing more.
What the child saw genuinely frightened me, because it was that same force, the one that seems to be haunting the little girl.
Irina, stay with the baby, and I'll go take them to see the cafe.
We're being pulled there, drawn there.
Olena spent 5 years building this collection.
I don't like this doll. It radiates a very strong negative energy.
No one in the family knows exactly where Olena got that doll.
Your mother's death was strange, sudden.
Why did Mom leave so quickly? That's our family's deepest pain.
It was a total shock. She was never really sick before.
I kept sensing that something bad had come from here. From this doll. I see a doll in the hands of a woman. She's performing a ritual. Most likely something was done to this doll.
The woman whispering over the doll, it wasn't your mother, someone else did it. Your mom must have just picked it up. That's terrifying.
It was my mom's favorite doll.
The woman in my vision. She cast a ritual using the doll to hurt someone she hated, but I think she got scared of her own spell. It was that powerful. The doll became a weapon, and then Tanya's mother picked it up. That's why her death was so sudden.
Your mother absorbed the dark energy from the doll. It won't harm anyone now. But the force threatening your daughter didn't come from a cursed toy. Wait, do you hear that? A voice. Someone calling. Over there, I think. Let's go. Who's shouting? Varya, Varya, it's so loud.
It's a woman's energy.
It's your blood. Your grandmother, she passed too, didn't she?
Tetiana's grandmother Zoia died of stomach cancer 3 years ago. For her granddaughter, it was a devastating loss. She adored the old woman more than anyone.
My grandmother and I were very close.
Death has already taken 2 of the dearest people from Tetiana, her mother and grandmother. Could her little daughter Varya be next? What is the dark shadow haunting the girl?
Varya's great-grandmother is somehow connected to what's happening to the child. I see a terrifying image. A woman grabs the body of a small child and throws it into a dumpster. Wait, she's throwing your daughter's body away. It's like a dream.
Yes, I had a dream like that. I saw the child, and my grandmother was throwing her into a trash bin. She said, "I warned you, and you didn't listen."
Your grandmother asked something of you and you refused. It has to do with your daughter's name.
It seems Tetiana understands what this is about. As it turns out, when she was pregnant with Varya, she had a strange dream.
A little girl came up to me and tugged my arm. "Mom, wake up." I asked, "What's your name?" She said, "Varya."
And so Tetiana decided to name the baby Varya.
My husband didn't want to name our daughter Varya.
He wanted a different name for their future daughter. But then Tetiana had a dream about her grandmother.
She told me, "You have to name her Varya."
Even after that, the soon-to-be father wouldn't change his mind.
I'd already decided to give in. But that night, I dreamed I saw the baby, and my grandma picked her up and threw her in the trash. I screamed, "What are you doing?" And she said, "I warned you. You didn't listen."
Tetiana woke up terrified and immediately called her partner. She begged him to agree to the name Varya.
The name Varya means protection. That's why the girl's great-grandmother insisted her granddaughter give her that name. To protect her.
Grandmother knows exactly what's threatening your daughter. We need to go to the cemetery. I'll try to connect with her spirit there.
It's pouring rain, but that doesn't stop the clairvoyance or Tetiana, frightened for her daughter's fate.
Here's my grandmother's grave.
I don't understand. Her spirit won't make contact. This is the first time in my practice. I'm a medium. I connect easily with the dead. But your grandmother is silent. It's very strange.
At that moment, I heard a faint whisper near the neighboring grave.
Your mother came to us. She's very glad you're here now. Tetiana, did you not get the chance to say something to her?
I didn't get to do it all. I didn't finish talking to her, or loving her, or kissing her enough, or telling her how much she helped me in life.
She's hugging you now, smiling. She says, "I love you, my daughter."
Tetiana, she's helping you.
She was waiting for her granddaughter.
She comes to the child too, but she can't protect her.
And then I understood why. Because what's happening to the child, it's the mother's fault. Tanya is unknowingly harming her own daughter.
Horror! A mother is putting her own daughter in danger? But how and why? Could Tetiana be hiding something?
I have this feeling like time has stopped. Tetiana, what about the watch on your wrist?
Amazingly, Tetiana's watch really stopped. The woman admitted she noticed it earlier this morning.
The watch stopped and just stands still. Since you arrived at 11:10 at the house, I noticed the watch stopped. It's a new watch, too.
It's not a good sign that the watch stopped. Death is very near and Varya is in danger. We don't have much time. Again, this scream. Varya, Varya! Stop, I understand now. That scream is your grandmother's. But what does she want to say? Go, Varya?
Go to her.
Could it be that little Varya is in danger at this very moment?
Hello.
There is a very strong connection between the grandmother and your daughter. When I looked at the girl, her gaze was very mature and wise.
Can I ask a question? You struggled to get pregnant for about 2 years, and when your grandmother passed away, you prayed to her to give you a child.
Yes, that's true. I asked my grandmother to help me. She said, "Don't worry, you will have a daughter."
It turned out that even after her grandmother's death, Tetiana always turned to her for help, and even now she is praying for her child to be saved.
My grandmother was always by my side throughout my life. When she passed away, I always, like when people turn to a guardian angel, I always turn to her.
Please tell me, what connects the child with your grandmother? What do they have in common? The birth time?
Well, Varya was born on December 28th, which is my grandmother's birthday.
And the time?
The time? Varya was born at 3:15 a.m., and my grandmother died at 3:15 a.m. I gave birth on my grandmother's birthday. Such coincidences almost never happen.
I got it. You asked for a child, and your grandmother gave her to you. She fulfilled your request. She became your child. Your grandmother's soul is inside Varya.
That's just incredible.
That's why I couldn't contact your grandmother at the cemetery. I meet a woman who is dead. Then someone grabs my hand. I turn around and see that it's a child. The old woman's soul has reincarnated in the child. The little girl who said her name in a dream was also the grandmother. Now she has become your daughter.
But if all this is true, then what is the dark shadow that haunts the child?
Tetiana herself is to blame for the danger surrounding the child. I had a vision. A man comes to Tetiana in her dream and also warns her about something.
It's as if that black shadow just flashed by again.
A man. Did you have a dream where a man threatened you?
It turned out that several months ago, a strange man appeared in Tetiana's dream.
A man in a suit, he said this phrase to me. Don't you think you're poking your nose where it doesn't belong? I'm giving you one final warning.
That was the girl's protection. Do you remember when your daughter was choking? Were you speaking to your grandmother at that moment? Had you asked her for something beforehand?
Yes.
So it turns out you were reaching out to a soul that was already here. Every person has a guardian angel. This male presence, let's say, that is your daughter's guardian angel.
Each time you reached out to your grandmother, you were gradually pulling her spirit out of your daughter. And the guardian was trying to protect your child from you. Standing watch by her at night. They can return your grandmother to help you from above, from heaven, but if you keep calling her spirit, your daughter will die. Because the soul of Grandma Zoia is inside her. Don't do this.
At that moment, I saw the spirit of Tetiana's mother, Olena, next to Varya. The woman smiled and said to us, that's what she couldn't tell us at the cemetery, that her mother's soul had reincarnated in Varya because souls are not allowed to speak about it.
I hope everything will be okay. Thank you so much.
A vengeful ghost is attacking children and adults. In an effort to save people's lives, psychics will find themselves in mortal danger. Don't miss one of the most dangerous investigations. Tetiana Nikitiuk is 23 years old, and she is terrified of losing her 2-year-old son, Makar. The toddler is facing a serious threat.
He sleeps poorly at night. Lately, he's been screaming in his sleep. It's scary.
And the things are getting worse day by day. Objects are falling on the boy almost daily. Once, a large basin of boiling water even fell on him.
He burned his arm badly.
And the next day, the boy nearly ended up under a car's wheels. His mother barely grabbed him in time. Moreover, Makar seems to be talking to someone even when he's alone.
He saw somebody. Naturally, I was deeply shocked.
The psychics are Tetiana's last hope to save her son. The inherited psychic Olena Kurilova has taken on the case. Before the investigation, she worked with the boy's photo and shared what she sensed.
I see a horrifying scene. A woman cries holding her baby. Suddenly, a man appears out of nowhere. He snatches the baby from her arms and takes it away. Then the mother is forced to her knees and a flash like a blade cuts through the air. The woman is murdered.
This is horrific. Is the danger threatening not only the toddler but also Tetiana herself? Olena Kurilova immediately sets out to investigate, assisted by her colleague, medium Anna Galliers. As it turned out, she had a terrifying dream.
I saw a strange building. It was dark. I tried to find my way out. I ran, but the doors closed in front of me. And then there was a flash. I saw children and men. They were all dead. Women wept over their bodies. Those people seemed trapped in the building. And I saw a boy. He's also in there. He was alive for now, but in mortal danger.
The psychics meet in the town where Tetiana lives. She's eagerly awaiting the arrival of the psychics. Her husband is a contractor doing house renovations and is currently working abroad. So Tetiana and her son are alone at home.
Hello.
Hello. Come in, please.
You look at this boy.
Hello.
Makar, come over here. Something's hunting your son.
I see water. Tetiana, do you sense any threat related to water?
Makar began to be afraid of water. He used to love it, but now he's scared to bathe.
You lost someone in your family. Your brother?
Last year, Tetiana really lost her brother, Ihor. On the day of his death, he was meeting with friends, and then he mysteriously disappeared without a trace. 2 weeks later, a local fisherman accidentally snagged the drowned man's jacket with his spinning rod in the river. Water was found in Ihor's lungs. The police ruled it an accident. Her brother's death was a devastating blow to Tetiana, and she is convinced that his spirit is always near.
I sense him walking around the yard now.
Something seems to be calling Makar. It could even be your brother. As soon as I tuned in to Tetiana's brother, I felt a connection to water. Could the river where Ihor died be linked to what was happening to Makar? And why did the uncle want to take his nephew? We decided to seek answers at the site of Ihor's death.
Makar is tired and sleepy. Tetiana asks her neighbor to look after him.
Ihor's spirit doesn't want to take Makar. On the contrary, He's trying to protect the boy from a certain force. An evil force took your brother to the afterlife. The same one that's hunting your little boy now.
What could it mean? Meanwhile, a crowd gathers around the psychics.
And then spirits of children and men started surrounding us.
Dead children. A boat and 3 boys here. The fall from the boat.
The boys from the neighboring village. Yes, it really happened.
It turned out that 3 schoolboys decided to go fishing. Their boat overturned, and they all drowned. And the following year, another tragedy occurred.
4 young boys went out on the river in boats. They all drowned.
And 2 more boys also drowned here.
It happened last year. 2 brothers from the neighboring village came to the river, and another tragedy occurred.
One of them started to drown. The other one tried to save him, but they both drowned.
The same force that's hunting Makar took them.
But the boy has never been to this river. Why, then, is the unknown evil force, which has already taken so many lives, hunting him?
The spirits that haven't found peace, I see them right there.
There's a beach on the side of the Ikva River where the psychic is now heading. Unfortunately, this is where tragedies occur most often.
The souls are shouting at me, go to the old house.
Over there. I sense your brother's spirit. He's here and he's showing the way.
Over here. This is the building.
It's unbelievable. The psychics arrive at the former Count Kodkevich estate. Its construction began in the 18th century, but was never completed. Now, it's a local history museum.
I feel like we are expected here.
Katerina is the director of the museum. She has heard rumors about the psychics' arrival, and she's waiting to meet them.
I hope you could help us.
Do you feel a threat to your life? Few of the employees here are happy.
The woman assures that the building where they work ruins the lives of all the employees.
Many of their lives have turned out badly, and it's always been like this. Illnesses, deaths, and so on.
Several of the museum employees have lost their husbands, and their children, just like little Makar, seem to see some apparition and are constantly in danger.
Whenever someone young comes to work here, we always say, run away from here. You don't need this trouble.
Everyone connected to the museum is under the threat of death. And the river we were at also belongs to the estate's property.
Indeed, the Ikva River runs through the territory of the former Kodkevich estate.
Only young men and children were at risk. I didn't even imagine what kind of force from the other world was taking and pulling them into the realm of the dead.
It's someone's spirit. I see an image of a man now. He's wearing strange clothes, unlike anyone else's. I want to go through these doors.
Please come in.
It's him.
This is the portrait of Jan Mykola Kodkevich, a well-known statesman and political figure of the Grand Duchy of Lithuania. He once owned all the surrounding lands. Could his spirit be the cause of so many tragedies?
Look quick.
It really fell.
You see, it's swaying on its own.
The man's spirit is here. You also feel the presence of something supernatural in this room.
The light turned off on its own. I went down to the basement to check the switch, and when I came back, it turned itself back on.
The man says he's repeatedly sensed someone's presence in the museum.
I heard footsteps.
You are watching a unique footage. The security guard filmed it with his phone after hearing footsteps in the basement.
The owner of this estate is grieving. He's mourning his own children.
Prince Kodkevich indeed buried his 3 children and grieved for them terribly.
I had a vision of a cruel, bloody battle, and this Kodkevich, he was killing people.
The historical records confirm that Jan Mykola Kodkevich participated in the 7 Years' War on the side of France.
This man's soul still suffers because he had to kill. It's his sin that caused the death of his children. But it's not him who's threatening your son.
The spirit of the man showed me a book. He whispered, "Find out who did this." Another spirit. Who is this?
As you can see, it's a crack. A woman-shaped crack.
Look, here's a chin and a nose, and a cloud of hair around her head.
Indeed, the crack on the wall resembles a female silhouette. The museum staff say it appeared here about 30 years ago. After the crack appeared on the wall, the misfortunes began to befall the families of the museum employees. What does this all mean?
The locals even claim they saw a woman with a candle walking up the stairs in the windows and heard the sound of shoes with high heels on the stairs.
The woman was trying to break into this world, but she didn't come for no reason. Someone disturbed her spirit and she sought revenge.
What woman does the psychic mean? Who is she, and why is she seeking revenge?
She's here now.
Tetiana, the woman's spirit is here for you and your son.
Anna, pick her up, hurry.
Everyone is seriously scared.
To the couch. Bring water.
Let's get her outside.
The woman's spirit. She tried to get rid of me so I wouldn't prevent her from taking your son.
What's Makar doing? Playing now? That's good.
Anna, come on. We've got to go.
The psychic spent in the van about an hour.
I've never dealt with anything like that.
How are you feeling?
I'm better. Now the most important thing is to save human lives and your son's life. I see something like a book and it's in a woman's hands. Who is she? Wait, I need a picture. This woman, it's her. Who is this?
She's alive.
Whose portrait is this?
Her husband painted her. He's an artist.
20 years ago, the museum underwent restoration. It was carried out by artists from Lviv. One of them fell in love with a museum employee and painted her portrait.
But can we find her?
Yes, we can.
"15 minutes later, the psychics arrive at the destination.
Let's go.
Hello, I'm Olena Kurilova, and this is Anna Galliers.
I'm Valentina. How can I help?
Is that your portrait at the museum?
Yes. I met my husband at the museum. He worked in the arts section, and he painted me. That's how fate brought us together. I married him and moved to Lviv, leaving the museum behind.
Give me your hand. I immediately saw the vision of the small book that the spirits showed me at the museum.
Valentina, I see you in the museum. You're sitting at a table with a girl and it looks like you're reciting a spell. Did this happen?
Yes.
One day, Valentina and her friend Oksana stayed late at work. By chance, they came across a book on a shelf among several others, and it turned out to be a book of magic.
We took that book and summoned the spirits of the dead.
Valentina explains that they summoned the spirits of the castle's former residents, the Kotkevich family. Immediately after reading the incantation, they heard strange sounds, as if someone was walking there. However, no one else was in the museum. Valentina went to another room to check who it could be.
When I entered, I felt a chill down my spine because I saw a beautiful, noble lady.
The women didn't believe their eyes. There was a ghost in front of them. Valentina and her friend were shocked, as they had only recited the incantation for fun.
I said we'd probably done something wrong.
What you did was open a portal.
We were just having fun.
As you can see, playing with magic can have dire consequences. You summoned the spirit that is now killing men and children.
Playing with magic also had devastating consequences for Valentina. Her 20-year-old brother died mysteriously and unexpectedly, and she still doesn't like to discuss it. But who is the woman whose spirit they disturbed? And how can she be appeased now to stop the killings? It's already nightfall. The psychics conclude their investigation for now, planning to return here the next day. The following day, they head back to the museum.
I hear the rustling of a skirt and feel the smell of lavender.
It's the woman's spirit again. She wants us to go down to the basement.
I sense a corridor underground. Over there.
There were many underground passages here.
She's leading this way.
It feels like we're in a crypt and there's a moan. Misha, be careful. Something pushed him. Misha, who pushed you?
What's going on? Our sound engineer falls out of a sudden.
It's like someone's holding my leg.
That's enough. I'm leaving.
What is this? All the lights went out. In complete darkness, we can only hear thuds and desperate screams.
Oh my goodness. My God. Everything's falling.
I felt something shoving me off.
Bricks started falling off the walls.
It's the enraged female spirit who attacked me back at the castle. She wants revenge.
But who is this woman, and why is she so mad?
The spirit of this woman is now telling me about her death. She's headless. This woman was beheaded.
Ludwika Kotkevich had a daughter, Rosalia, who was executed by the Jacobins in France in 1793.
This is apparently Rosalia Lubomirska Kotkevich, a well-known beauty and favorite lady-in-waiting of Queen Marie Antoinette of France, who was executed by guillotine during the French Revolution. Rosalia was also sent to the scaffold after her queen.
On the very same day in 1793, Countess Ludwika Kotkevich was sitting on the first floor of this palace. Suddenly, all the doors on the first floor opened, and she saw her daughter. She was beheaded.
The Countess was so terrified by what she saw that she abandoned the unfinished palace and rarely visited it afterward.
This woman, whose spirit haunts this place, experienced betrayal in love during her lifetime.
Rosalia stayed in Paris. She had a lover there.
Rosalia's husband left her because she remained in France with another man. But the next blow was that even the man she loved betrayed her.
They broke up in Paris. Her lover returned to Poland, while Rosalia stayed in revolutionary France.
She had a child.
She had a daughter who was 6 when her mother died. After the execution of Rosalia Lubomirska, the girl stayed in prison.
When Rosalia was taken from the prison for the execution, her daughter stayed alone in the cell. Poor Rosalia experienced so much pain and suffering in her life that not every woman can bear. And then such a terrible death. Now being back in this world, she feels the same pain. Everyone around her is happy, with their husbands and children. That's why she wants revenge, to take what was taken from her. We need to close the portal.
I will place the candles crosswise. No one should speak. This is the foundation, the threshold of the house. Give me water from this house. Salt. When I turned to Rosalia's spirit, for the first time, she didn't attack, but calmly said, "Thank you." She won't take anyone else. Her spirit will rest in peace. Makar is going to be fine.
A killer spirit is hunting a young family. Who bound it to the family and why? Don't miss out. The psychics will uncover the secret of the deadly love triangle. 35-year-old Olesia Yakovenko and her husband, Hennady, ask the psychics for help because they are convinced that Olesia's deceased brother, Kostiantin, is trying to kill their family, which includes 2 small children, Mikhailo and Darina.
We're all living in fear.
It all started when Olesia's brother was alive. One day, he visited his sister and said something utterly strange.
If I die, I'll take you with me. It really spooked me.
Then Kostiantin went home, and the next morning he was found hanged.
I had a breakdown.
It remained a mystery to everyone why the man committed suicide. He never complained about his health. He had a wife and 3 wonderful children, and he was planning to build a new house.
Kostiantin and I were very close, and we always supported and helped each other.
But the woman could not even imagine what her brother's terrible promise would turn into for them, because, after his funeral, the life of her family went downhill. Hennady recalls that the day after the funeral, he saw the deceased Kostiantin in a dream.
He came to me, reaching out his hand. I woke up in a cold sweat, to be honest.
And when the man opened his eyes, he saw his wife, who was sleeping next to him, suddenly start to suffocate.
It felt like someone was blocking my windpipe, strangling me.
Frightened, Hennady began to wake Olesia and thus saved her life. The next day, while he was cutting firewood in his yard, he suddenly saw Kostiantin's ghost nearby.
I clearly saw his silhouette. He looked just like when he was alive. I got really scared.
Incredibly, it was as if some invisible force knocked the electric saw out of Hennady's hands and threw it onto his foot.
It cut my foot like this. There was blood everywhere.
Then Olesia found herself on the brink of death. She was walking down to the basement to take preserves when she suddenly felt a powerful push in the back.
I fell and hit my head. I had really nasty hematomas here.
But the worst happened later. When the couple's son and daughter were playing in the room, a wall collapsed on them.
A piece of the tiled wall simply collapsed.
The father pushed his son and daughter away at the last moment.
If I'd been a moment late, I don't know how it would have ended.
Therefore, Olesia and Hennady wrote a letter to the psychics.
I really want them to arrive and help us.
The most experienced experts in mystical matters, Olena Kurilova and Rubina Cibulska, took on the case.
I see a male silhouette, and he's standing behind Olesia. He's telling me, I will stop killing if you find the one who lay in my grave for 9 days.
The cards say, we can stop the death if the man who was burned bends his knees.
The following day, the psychics arrive at the Yakovenko's house in the small Ukrainian village.
Hello.
Come in, please.
Hello.
I beg you, please help us.
Olesya, I see a dead man behind you. He has dark hair and olive skin. His eyes are black. He's about 30 to 35 years old, and he has a noose around his neck. It was the same spirit that visited me before the investigation, and he's the one hunting this family.
My brother, Kostiantin. What does he want?
If you have his photo, bring it. Please. Look.
I was stunned. Outwardly, he looked like the same spirit I'd seen, but energetically, it was someone entirely different. Is this some kind of double, or what? We needed to summon Kostiantin's spirit, and the best place to do this was where he took his own life.
Let's go.
Rubina, what's wrong?
Olena, I saw something where Hennady was standing. A dark mass, a huge mass, all covered in needles. They covered it completely.
Needles?
I don't understand what it is, but it's definitely not a spirit.
Kostiantin hanged himself in the yard of this house. It used to belong to Olesya's grandmother, but now no one lives here.
We need to see that place.
But I sense some deed, energy, emanating from somewhere else.
Olena Kurilova calls her colleague into the house. However, Rubina Tsibulska points towards the garden for some reason.
Did he do it here?
Yes.
The neighbors saw the dead man and immediately informed Kostiantin's relatives.
Kostiantin, come to us.
I see him boarding up the windows.
He saw something through the window, and it scared him.
He had this panicky fear and claimed someone was watching him, so he boarded up the windows. We even took him to see a psychiatrist.
No mental disorders were found in Kostiantin, though. However, shortly before his suicide, Olesya's brother began telling everyone that he constantly saw a dark silhouette next to him.
Kostiantin, tell me, what is that force next to you? I didn't call it. It came to me on its own, and it killed me. I don't want to take you to the other world. He says, I want you to live, and I don't want the same thing to happen to you, my dear sister.
My dear brother.
The same force that haunted Kostiantin is now hunting your family. He's showing me a dead man, and I've already seen this man at your house. He has a noose around his neck, and he's holding something in his hands, like a postcard. And there's a coffin on the postcard.
Careful.
Bring water.
Careful, careful.
What's going on? The man can barely stand.
I felt a sudden pain in my heart. My legs started to give out.
At that moment, I saw the dark entity with needles next to Hanyadi again. But this black mass had nothing to do with the killer spirit and appeared near Olesia's husband for another reason. For the time being, I decided to focus on the dead man who haunted Olesia's family. I feel that he's attached to your family because of betrayed love.
Who's there?
The psychics hurried towards the source of the strange noise.
There's a man hanging from a tree. I felt necrotic energy from this place. Everyone get out of here.
He's your family.
Who's this?
My father.
Do you mean not only your brother, but also your father hanged himself?
One evening, Olesia's father went out of the house where he lived with her mother, came here, and hanged himself.
Olesia's deceased father wasn't killing anyone. I saw his spirit near the house. The man was crying and saying something about his children. He strangled my children.
Besides Kostiantin, Olesia buried 2 more brothers, Andrei and Mikola, and her sister, Tetiana. All 3 died young from respiratory diseases.
All the deaths were related to suffocation. It seemed like a family curse. It was as if someone had bound a merciless killer spirit to Olesia's family. The mirror is showing me the house where your entire family used to live. And it is filled with smoke.
Yes.
I see a woman. She's lying in this house.
That's Mom.
Did she suffocate too?
Yes. The wiring short-circuited. She suffocated from the smoke in the house.
Olesia's mother died 6 months before her father. That terrible night, he was at work. Their children were already living separately, so when the fire started, the woman was home alone, and there was no one to save her.
Tetiana, my late sister, found her.
I need to see the house.
It's not far from here.
This house has been abandoned ever since both parents died.
The same killer spirit caused the short circuit. He was holding a postcard with a coffin on it. In that coffin lay a young man, but energetically he was alive. I didn't understand what it meant at all.
A bird.
This is your mother's spirit. She's here. She's touching you with her hand.
I feel warmth. My dear mother.
Hush, hush, hush.
She's unwell. Bring water.
I see her face. She's looking at me.
I don't feel well either.
Let's get out of here. At that moment, I remembered that the killer spirit was destroying the family because of betrayed love. The mirror showed me a beautiful young blonde who looked a lot like Olesia, and then a letter appeared in the mirror. The mirror shows me the letter A. Is there a woman in your family whose name starts with an A?
My grandmother's name was Anna.
The man she loved broke her heart.
Grandpa abandoned her when she was pregnant. He's my maternal grandfather.
And I see that he sent her a postcard or photograph with a man in a coffin, but the man was alive.
He lay in a coffin and asked to photograph him.
This is unbelievable. To avoid marrying a pregnant woman, the man sent her a photo of himself in a coffin, pretending he was dead.
Look what he came up with.
He didn't come up with it alone. A woman helped him.
His mother. Was your grandfather a gypsy?
Yes, he came from a gypsy family.
His mother cast a curse on your family, your lineage. I see her perform a ritual, burying that photograph in the ground.
The gypsy woman buried the photo of her son in a fresh grave, thus binding a spirit to the photograph. I saw her return to the cemetery. digging up the photo and sending it to Anna, who was demanding her son to marry her. But he had met another woman.
In gypsy magic, such a ritual is only performed on a relative's grave. That's why, when I described the killer spirit, Olesia thought it was Kostiantin. The man looked exactly like her deceased brother, who was also a gypsy. He has dark hair and olive skin. That's him who's been haunting you. Apparently, the man in whose grave the photo was buried hanged himself. That's why we saw him with a noose around his neck. That gypsy woman cast a separation spell on your grandmother. But after the ritual, she didn't release the spirit. And so he keeps killing your family members one by one. But the gypsy woman protected her son, and the spirit didn't threaten him.
It was a real shock to me.
We needed to perform a ritual to seal the killer spirit. But then something incredible happened. I saw the strange entity covered in needles behind Hennady again. Two forces are hunting the man, the killer spirit and another otherworldly entity. We need to get away from here. Let's deal with one curse now, and then we'll work with Hennady. I performed an ancient gypsy ritual. I sent the spirit that was destroying the woman's lineage back to the other world. And this mirror will be your talisman.
Thanks.
But what is the needle-covered entity that is trying to kill Olesia's husband?
Come over here. Look at this black smoke. The entity was next to Hennady.
Oh God.
It possessed him.
God.
Help him.
Water.
The ground slipped from under my feet.
He fell as if someone shoved him.
Hennady, hold on. What was that?
Ha!
A love spell, Hennady. A love spell from a woman. A woman used magic to cast a love spell on Hennady. She summoned the otherworldly entity. It could kill the man.
What? I see you. You kiss a young woman. She's very young, just a young girl.
Did you have a mistress?
Yes.
Did you know about her?
I did.
Wait. She's Olesia's family.
My niece.
Anastasia.
Oh, God.
And she's also my daughter's godmother.
This is shocking. The man cheated on his wife with her niece, who is also the godmother of their daughter.
I raised her and cared for her like my own daughter, and she did this to me. I stayed alone with the kids. He left me.
I couldn't calm down. How could this be? Having an affair right under your wife's nose. But what shocked me the most was that Hennady got involved with the girl when she was only 14.
It just happened.
It was like he went insane.
From what I sensed, the attraction was mutual. The niece also liked Hennady, especially since he was only a few years older than her.
Hennady started living with Olesia when he was only 17. And a few years later, he began a secret affair with the woman's 14-year-old niece.
Did she cast the love spell on you? We need to see her immediately.
Let's go.
On the way to Anastasia's house, I had a strange vision. I saw a woman's hand holding needles, and with those needles, she was piercing Hennady's face in the photo. That's why the otherworldly entity was covered in needles. Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
Natalia.
Anastasia.
Natalia is Anastasia's mother and Olesia's elder sister. After what happened, the women stopped communicating with each other.
Did Hennady and you have a relationship, Anastasia?
Yes. He's a grown man. Didn't he understand? Maybe I didn't have the sense back then.
I cared for you as my own daughter.
Yes, I'm guilty. If I could turn back time, I would change everything. I want to ask you to forgive me.
Why didn't you tell me this right away?
I was scared. I don't know.
Hennady, what's your role in this story? Where's your responsibility?
The man is silent, but did Anastasia cast a love spell on him, and the sinister entity is now trying to kill Hennady because of her?
I never cast any spells.
If the niece didn't cast the love spell on the man, then there was only one other option for who could have done it. Her hand did it.
I didn't do it. Don't say that.
I see this ritual. Hennady's photograph is burned after being pierced with needles, and then an incantation is read. This is how you summoned the otherworldly entity.
I found a photograph with wax from a candle dripped on it.
Did you go to see a sorceress to ask her how you could bring your husband back to the family?
I did. I told her I loved him and wanted him back.
Olesia and her brother's wife, indeed, went to see a sorceress. And the old woman taught her what to do.
She told her to burn his photograph at a crossroads, then take the ashes and throw them away somewhere.
Olesia says she couldn't even imagine what this would mean for her husband.
This whole situation is not my fault.
I'm not blaming you. You wanted to bring your husband back. And I understand you as a woman. But black magic is not a solution because evil always begets evil. To save Hennady's life, we had to perform a reversal spell.
But the ritual will only work if Hennady apologizes to his wife for everything he did.
I'm very guilty before you. Please forgive me.
Forgive me too. I only wanted you back.
I won't leave you anymore.
Rubina, seal it.
The entity is gone. Hennady will no longer be in danger. I think everyone will understand now that there is no place for black magic in love.
A horrific revenge of a ghost. Why is the poltergeist chasing a young woman? Don't miss out. The psychics will uncover a terrifying crime. Natalia Krivenchuk from Ukraine. She is 28 and she thinks about death every day.
Since my husband Mikhailo died, I've been afraid that I will end up with him in the other world, and my child will be an orphan.
The woman is convinced that after his death, Mikhailo took her second husband to the other world and is now trying to kill Natalia herself.
He appeared in my dream, saying he wouldn't give me to anyone and I would die soon.
Natalia met Mikhailo 4 years ago, but shortly after the wedding, the heart of the healthy 36-year-old man suddenly stopped.
His blood pressure shot up. We called an ambulance, but his heart simply stopped.
The couple lived in marriage for only a year. At the moment of her husband's death, Natalia was 7 months pregnant. Premature labor occurred on the day of Mikhailo's funeral.
Oxygen wasn't reaching the baby. My kidneys started to fail.
Doctors saved Natalia and her son, but the boy was born very weak.
He's handicapped. He's got cerebral palsy.
She cried all the time. But then she found strength in herself and pulled herself together because she understood that she had to live on for the sake of her son.
Constantly visiting doctors with her baby, Natalia often had to call a taxi. One day, her old acquaintance Victor turned out to be their driver. He began to help Natalia and support her and her little son.
It's hard to find someone like him who will treat someone else's child as his own, especially since the child is handicapped.
Natalia decided to create a new family, but she couldn't even imagine that she would stay alone again.
Victor died. His heart stopped.
Natalia believes that it was Mikhailo who took Victor to the other world because the day before it happened, he appeared in her dream again and said that he wouldn't give her to anyone.
I felt like I was suffocating. I was shaking a lot.
The woman is sure that in his desire to be with her, the deceased Mikhailo will take her to the other world as well. The first time this thought occurred to Natalia was when she felt a strong push in the back in an empty gym.
I hit hard and couldn't get up because I hurt my head badly.
Natalia was taken to the hospital with a concussion.
Please help me.
Clairvoyants Yana Pasinkova and Olga Kalinova responded to Natalia's plea for help.
I had a very strange dream. I was standing in a large room. Next to me, there was a couple of newlyweds. When I approached them, I saw the groom giving the bride a glass. The woman took a sip and fell dead. And the man leaned over her and watched her die. And after she fell dead, another woman appeared in front of the man in a white dress, but she was beheaded.
What I see is a road and a car standing on it. A couple, a man and a woman, argue. I look ahead. Oh God. There's a dead child lying on that road.
This is unbelievable. The window opened itself.
Yana, it's the spirit of a man. He's saying something. It's all my fault. Reveal the secret of the murder.
What murder does he mean?
I don't understand it.
20 minutes later, the psychics are at Natalia's.
Natalia was coming out of the building, and right next to her, I saw the spirit of a little girl in a yellow dress. When she noticed I was looking at her, the girl disappeared. At that moment, I couldn't even imagine why she had come.
Thank you so much for agreeing to help me.
It's terrible what you've been through.
The card of the murder. Was your Mikhailo a murderer?
No.
We need something that belonged to him.
Sure. I have his things at home.
This is incredible. A flower pot fell from the windowsill.
The spirit has come. Natalia's deceased husband, Mikhailo, was standing next to her.
I felt Mikhailo's presence. I felt him touch me.
He says, "Please stop this, or else Artem will stay all alone."
It's our son.
He's asking you to find the man who is the murderer.
The man who is the murderer? Who's that?
Mikhailo's spirit kept repeating, "I have to go. You must save her. I beg you. I am not a murderer."
Does it mean the deadly danger is not coming from Mikhailo? Then what force is threatening Natalia's life and has already taken 2 of her husbands to the other world?
This is what I see. A man standing. He holds you like this. First, he holds you by the throat. It hurts a lot and you're terrified. It gets dark in your eyes. He's strangling you. Who is this?
It's my first husband, Vitaly.
Natalia was married to Vitaly for less than a year, and a year after divorcing him, she started dating Mikhailo. And just like the other two, Natalia's first husband died under mysterious circumstances.
Vitaly is no longer there. What does this mean?
He died.
This is horrifying. This young woman has already lost 3 husbands in less than a decade.
Did he abuse you badly?
Natalia says that after the wedding, Vitaly changed rapidly. From a loving husband, he turned into a real monster.
We divorced.
Could it be Vitaly who's taking your husbands to the other world? Because he was very angry with you during his life. Bring me his photo. I see you run into a house. Take a shirt and carry it somewhere. Did someone tell you to do something? Did you cast a love spell on him?
I went to see a woman who reads cards. She spread the cards and said I had grief. I had it and I would have it. And she told me to bring my husband's shirt.
Natalia decided to see the fortune teller when Vitaly started behaving aggressively.
I wanted him to be as attentive and helpful to me as he had been before the wedding.
He says he didn't go because of magic.
Vitaly was also a victim of the same entity.
His heart stopped.
All the 3 husbands' hearts stopped suddenly. What is this force that's been taking Natalia's husbands to the other world?
Natalia, who is the woman in a white dress standing next to you?
But there is no woman in white in the photo.
I don't see anybody.
Like you, she's wearing a beautiful white dress like a bride. However, this woman is holding her head in her hands.
Think about your dream.
The beheaded woman. What is this place?
We married there.
Could it be related to the place you were at?
Let's go.
This is the famous Paranormal Castle, built back in the 11th century.
I feel the presence of an otherworldly force here. I need my candles.
What's going on? It seems like someone knocked the candles out of Olga Kalinova's hands.
I see the girl in the yellow dress again. She's little. She disappeared again.
The staff of the castle staff saw the psychics out of the window and hurried.
My name is Oksana. I'm a tour guide in the castle.
We need to find this place. Can you take us there?
Yes, it's the upper courtyard.
Natalia, was it here?
There was the spirit of the beheaded woman in the white dress there.
Not only people with psychic abilities see her.
Tourists claim to see something in the photos, and I've seen it too.
The woman lives here. She's bound to this place. She says, I am looking for the groom, and I will find him. She's also a widow. She was a very powerful woman. She saved people.
Ilona Zrinyi. She commanded the defense of the castle for almost 3 years. She saved the residents of the city and the surrounding villages.
Historians say that Ilona Zrinyi was one of the few female military leaders in medieval Europe. After her husband was captured, she defended her castle against Austrian troops for 3 years.
But why is she beheaded?
She died in Turkey, and in the early 20th century, her remains were reburied, but only part of the skeleton was found.
The skull was missing, wasn't it?
Yes.
In 1688, Ilona Zrinyi signed a capitulation because she could no longer defend the castle. After that, she and her children were taken to Vienna. There, she was sent to a monastery, and her son and daughter were taken away. Later, she went to Turkey to free her husband from captivity. The princess died in a foreign land from a deadly disease. When a decision to rebury her body in the family crypt was made, it turned out that someone had stolen her skull.
But why is she looking for a groom?
Ilona says that this groom is not a match for her daughter. He's an enemy and should be feared.
After Ilona Zrini capitulated, her daughter Juliana married an Austrian officer, and Ilona Zrini fought against the Austrian Empire.
The man killed her daughter, and now she's looking for him here.
Probably.
It turned out that the Austrian emperor ordered the killing of both of Ilona Zrini's heirs, so that the descendants of the great dynasty would not grow up and rebel against him. The woman's son was saved, but her daughter was indeed married off to an enemy, and after the closed wedding in the castle, she was never seen again.
I feel that the girl's groom poisoned her.
She wishes revenge. She says, "You need to find the man who is the murderer."
You were supposed to die near this castle. But another couple took the death upon themselves.
We were supposed to go for a photo shoot after the ceremony, but it so happened that the schedule shifted, and another couple went instead of us.
They went instead of you, and they are both dead.
Yes, their car crashed.
Natalia's wedding ceremony was supposed to end at noon. However, her parents forgot the rings at home, and Natalia arranged to swap with the couple who were after them. Later, she learned that the car with the couple was heading to the same church where she and her husband were supposed to go. But on the way, a truck crashed into it. The newlyweds died on the spot.
I thought that maybe this couple of newlyweds could be taking revenge on Natalia from the other world because they died because of her. Let's check out that place.
A man appears in front of the newlyweds' car. He's dead.
This man was hit on the road, and his heart stopped from fear.
As our journalists found out, an accidental killing indeed happened on this stretch of the road. The driver of the car in which the newlyweds were traveling lost control and hit a man crossing the road.
After his death, his spirit has been bound to this spot. He stops cars with loving couples to find his killer, thereby provoking new accidents.
I didn't do anything bad to him, so why was I supposed to be in that accident?
You were supposed to be there because some force is hunting you. Do you understand it? This is it that sets such deadly traps in your life.
The spirit of this man had nothing to do with what was happening to Natalia. However, I still performed a ritual so he could no longer provoke accidents.
There was a reason we sensed the accident. The crash that happened here is related to another very terrible wreck.
Did you lose anybody in a car accident?
My mother died in a car crash. She was in a car with a man, and they had a wreck.
Natalia's mother and her friend were returning from work with a bus. The driver survived, but the woman died on the spot.
Your mother is here and she wants to hug you. She says, "Baby, I miss you so much."
Mommy, I miss you too. When Olga hugged me, it felt exactly like how my mom hugged me when I was little.
The same force that killed Natalia's husbands took her mother to the other world. She says, "This force must be stopped. We died because of it." We?
Dad died too.
It's unbelievable. After everything Natalia had to go through, she also lost her father. A completely healthy man suddenly started bleeding internally. Natalia immediately called an ambulance, but the doctors couldn't save him.
It still hurts.
Your mother says you need to return to your home.
Let's go.
Natalia, I see your mother again, and she's not alone. She's holding a little girl by the hand. I've seen the girl earlier today. She's wearing a yellow dress. I can't understand who she is.
The girl says, I feel guilty for killing those you love.
She has blonde curly hair, green eyes, and she's wearing a yellow dress.
I don't know who she is. Why is she killing my relatives and loved ones?
She's bound to your family because of a curse.
What curse? By whom?
By a woman.
Who is that woman?
Quiet. The girl. She says she was killed. Tell me, who killed you? She says your father killed her.
Now I get it. It wasn't my father's fault. He was driving the car, and this girl ran onto the road. He swerved, but he still hit her.
Yes, your father didn't mean it. It was an accident.
And now I understand that it was his spirit that visited me in the morning. Reveal the secret of the murder. I see a woman who looks very much like you. She tells your father, "May everyone in your family die, and my child always follow your family."
This is the girl's mother.
These words worked like a curse. The child is suffering because she's forced to take people to the other world, and she can't find peace because of this.
Water. Have some water.
Please help me.
We'll try to break the curse. Ask for forgiveness from the bottom of your heart.
I'm asking you and your parents to forgive me for what my father did. I have a son growing up, and I fear for his life. I can't imagine what I would do if this happened to my child. I'm sincerely asking for forgiveness.
I no longer see the girl here, and I don't feel her. She's left this world.
Let me hug you. You're a strong woman.
I'm really grateful to you.